It was not a technical discussion. It was a political discussion of the political aspects. So we had a very open and candid exchange of all of the parties to that agreement. I hope it was useful to others. I found it useful to hear their perspectives. I hope they found it useful as well. We clearly have significant issues with the agreement. The President's been quite clear and articulate as to his concerns about the agreement itself, the thoroughness of the agreement, the enforcement of the agreement. And I think really, as he has said it, and I've said many times as well, that when one looks at, he uses the word spirit of the agreement, I use the word expectations of the agreement, that even contained in the preamble of the agreement, there was a clear expectations of the parties who were negotiating this nuclear deal, that a conclusion of the nuclear agreement would set aside, obviously, a serious threat to the region and to the relationship, and that by doing so, this would allow the parties to seek a more stable, peaceful region. That was the expectation of the parties, and regrettably, since the agreement was confirmed, we have seen anything but a more peaceful, stable region, and this is the real issue, and that's why we talk about Iran defaulting on these expectations, because those expectations clearly have not been met. Since that time, Iran has continued to prop up the Assad regime and its horrible way in which it has brought violence to its own people. They have continued to engage in malicious cyber activity. They have aggressively developed and tested ballistic missiles in defiance of UN Security Council Resolution 2231, thereby threatening the security of the United States and the stability of the region. They've provided weapons and training forces to deploy to create instability throughout the region, in Yemen, in Syria, and Iraq. And I think we even see them carrying out provocative operations in the Gulf itself against our naval and coalition vessels as they try to peacefully transit the Gulf, threatening the very freedom of navigation through this very important waterway. So I think it's pretty difficult to say that the expectations of the parties who negotiated this agreement have been met.